Hello, I'm Helen Johnson, one of the engineers at DomainTools. Today I'd like to walk through the stats panel within Iris. Whereas the pivot engine shows all information related to a domain in a table view, the stats panel aggregates the data by type, offering another way to view and process the data in an investigation. Guided pivots show at the top of the stats page, with the page advancing to the section containing the guided pivot as the investigator clicks on the guided pivot's link. So now let's take a tour of the page, starting at the top left. We're going to start with the settings. There's quite a lot of information presented in the stats panel. As a result, customizing the panel by removing the information that may not be relevant to a particular use case will help with the efficiency of an investigation. For the purposes of our walkthrough, I have left all the checkboxes checked. However, when conducting my own investigations within the stats panel, I tend to include all data with the exception of a few fields based on what I am seeing through my investigation. I also like to use the tags, which are found in the Other section. Tags are helpful in classification of different domains as being part of a known threat campaign, as part of a specific investigation being actively worked, or a specific type, like malware or command and control. Within the Settings menu, a user will find the following sections and will be able to customize the display as appropriate for their investigation. The first section is Aggregation, and contained within the Aggregation section, a user can elect to display the contact information, email, IP information, name server information, and other miscellaneous information such as creator expiration dates and SSL information. Let's briefly cover the different checkboxes within the Aggregation section. We have contact information, and that gives you the contact name and the contact phone number. We have email. There are 6 different email address types contained in the email stats. There's the registrant, the billing, technical, admin, who is, and DNS SOA. An investigator can elect to show all, none, or a combination of what's relevant to that investigation. Next, we have the IP address and IP country code. These are checkable options in this field. The country code can be helpful if an investigator is trying to determine the location of infrastructure that's harboring a potential threat campaign. We have the name server. The name server aggregation point can contain either the name server by IP, by name, or both values. Then we have Other, and this is what I call the catch-all section. This section includes the TLD, the create date, expiry date, registrant, registrant organization, risk score, and tags. Any number of these can be shown within the stats pane by clicking the box to the left of the data point. Then we have the SSL information. The options available here are SSL subject, SSL hash, and SSL organization. The next section is the display section. The investigator is presented with the option to either show the pie charts or not, or to combine all the email fields into one section. Next, we have the sorting section. Investigator can sort the stats by aggregate count, which is the default setting, or by showing the guided pivots first. Once the display options are set to the user's preference, only the values checked will show up within the stats panel. Customizing the stats panel can be helpful if an investigator is looking for specific indicators on which to pivot, if they want to present the stats data in a particular way when generating a report, or finds that certain fields are irrelevant or extraneous to the investigation at hand. I hope this video has been helpful. If you're interested in obtaining access to Iris, please contact us at sales@domaintools.com. Happy hunting!